Hello, everyone. Okay. I have some props to show you today to give you some good tips. These are like completely practical things that will very much help you out and have completely changed the way that my stomach feels, at least when I have my period. And it will very much help you understand why your stomach hurts during your cycle or what's actually going on, okay? It's just an energy thing. It's like what's going on with the gut, what's going on with the reproductive system. Share to a page. Hello, hello. I'm still getting over my little cough, my little cold. I'm just saying that it's gone. Okay. What to eat. Okay, so a lot of people, women, have troubles around this certain time of the month, right? And I never really knew about this, you guys, because I never used to have my period, which was like kind of nice, you know, in a lot of ways. So for literally almost 20 some years, I mean, I know you're not supposed to have your period when you're like 5, but for a long, long time, I never had to know about this. I never had to deal with this. I was just like, oh yeah, that sounds like that sucks when people would talk about it. And, you know, I just like didn't know. And like, unless someone goes through something every month or once at least, you just don't really have the knowing about like what it feels like and kind of how yucky it can feel. So I want to talk about how I have managed that situation now, because now I, once I healed my body with like everything I learned with food and, you know, detoxifying stuff, my cycle came back, which is an amazing miracle, right? Because that was the cause of my infertility. You don't have a cycle, you're not ovulating, good luck having a baby. So now I have it back and it's very regular. And at the beginning, when it was first starting to come back, it was like rough. It was sort of like, in my mind, it was sort of like loosening up all the debris of things that had been stuck before, and just like the crank started turning internally, and it just kind of hurt a lot. My stomach hurt a lot. I would like, you know, lay on the couch like a lot of girls do, and it would just feel yucky, and I would feel tired, and it would just hurt my stomach. And again, the bloating, right? So bloating, sometimes for people, it's only during this time of the month, and then for other people, it's like a nonstop day-to-day thing, and those things mean different things. So I want to explain to you what happens, or what happens when you get your cycle, and why that means that so many women get these symptoms, especially around the gut, right? It's often with like the stomach hurts, the cramping, bloating, gas, or like, you know, elimination issues. So, okay, so let's just dive in. So what happens? So when you get your cycle, you guys hear me say this a lot. Typically in the body, when you're just living your life and you're eating your foods day to day, meals to meal, then there is an energy requirement for the processing and the breaking down of food. So that just means that most of the energy that your body is needing to have is in the gut. It's in the central location, and includes like all of your digestive workings. So typically we say that's about like 80% of your energy, of your entire energy system internally, is being directed and given to the attention of your food and processing of your food, because it's such a critical thing in order for your body to function and to thrive, right? You get it. This makes sense, doesn't it? Because if your body has all these roles to fulfill, and it does know what to do, it knows how to fulfill them, and you are a cooperative component to your body, and your job is to give it fuel, which is your food. That a lot of the work that your body has to do comes through this center of processing all of that fuel, all of that food. So, okay, basically the main point is a lot of work goes into digestion and a lot of energy is directed there. When you are on your period at that time of the month though, it all changes. So even though you're still doing the same things, you're still eating your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or your snacks, or whatever you're doing with your food, and maybe it looks like it's very similar day-to-day routines. However, there has been a shift that has happened, and instead of 80% going to your digestive system, now it's going to your reproductive system. And all the workings that have to go into your hormones changing, the ovulation, and all of this part, okay? So if you're a person, you guys can let me know, like, do you guys get symptoms? What kind of symptoms do you get? Do you want them to go away? This is a video for you. If you're a person who like doesn't have stomach stuff or bloating stuff, except for this time of the month, I'll tell you what it means. It means that there is still underlying work to be done to clean up and heal the efficiency of your gut, so that when you have to direct that energy to your cycle, that this other stuff doesn't show up, because it's really just showing up as like lingering residues of things that happen to our digestive system, right? And those things can be like a bacterial imbalance. It could be like, toxins in the gut. It could be like metals in the gut. It could be viral matter. It could be a sluggish gut. That's a really, really common part of this, right? Because if you have any kind of like slowdown, any kind of like, this isn't quite optimally working, happening in your body with your digestive system, and then this time of the month hits, and then all of the majority of that 80% of energy is like, okay, bye, see ya, I'm going over here now, I'm gonna go make an egg. And so you still have like the food coming in, but you've got 20% of that energy system working to break down all what you're eating. That can create something like a sluggishness, right? Just because of that energy shunt and that energy difference in, well, I used to have all this amount of work capacity and now I only have this amount of work capacity. So there is still some work to be done, essentially, right? Because you can just get your cycle and feel nothing. And I don't mean like feel nothing, I mean like you can be symptom free and you can feel fine. You don't have to like be dying on the couch, or you don't have to be like cramping over the edge of your chair, or like it doesn't have to take you out of life. And for sure there's hormones that are going up and down and all around, right? And those are real. And so it's like not that we're meant to be robots and like feel nothing. No, we're emotional beings. Some of us have emotional authorities like I do in human design, and we're very emotional beings. But the point is that you can get control of your symptoms, you can have relief from them, and there's a lot of things that you can do just by understanding this, okay? So I hope at least you're starting to get kind of the reason behind a lot of what's going on. So then if you want to know what to do or what to eat while on your cycle, the better question is, well, what do I do before it so that when it comes, I don't have struggles and I don't have problems, right? So it's the same thing with anything. Like we don't want to like wait to solve a problem till we're in it. We want to pre-pave the path, and we want to be a little bit smarter and just know that our body is like as healthy as it can be all the time, right? Better and better and better. So the main point answer is you want to work on your gut, so that when that time of the month comes and you take away all that percentage of energy from the digestive system going to the reproductive system, that you still are efficient, that you still can get things done, and that you can still handle all the things that are required while you're on your cycle, and you don't feel the pain and the side effects and the symptoms and et cetera, et cetera. Now, part of that, healing the gut, when you're in the process of like healing and correcting things is like understanding, is there a better way that I could be eating during this time? For sure there is. So I'll talk about that part first, okay? And if you guys have any questions, just put them in and I'll answer your questions too. So my favorite thing that I tell people about is nettle leaf. And this I have in two forms. So this is the tea bags, and I typically buy traditional medicines, herbal teas. So nettle leaf, just buy this and keep it in your house. It's for sure good for anyone who is a girl. So you can drink like 3 or 4 cups of this a day if you want to, but the reason that this works is it helps to balance your hormones, but it specifically helps to clear excess estrogen. So, you know, think about how all this still fits together. So you have your digestive system, the energy's been moved over to the reproductive system. And so that means like you also still are always having to process the remnants of the hormones, right? So all these new hormones are created during your cycle, and then you have to like get rid of them. Well, who does that? Well, your liver. Nettle leaf is also very good for the liver and helping the liver to get rid of the excess estrogen, okay? So that's just another reason. You don't even have to know all this. I just want to know you to get it. So it puts more faith in the system of like, oh, how I eat really does count and matter, right? Because it does. So let's say like you are getting your cycle today or tomorrow and you're like, I don't have time to heal my gut, Jody. Well, you do, and I will help you with that. But just grab nettle leaf tea, at least if you do nothing else. Just get this and keep it in your pantry or your drawer all the time. And you can double dose it. So you can put 2 bags in a teacup and let it steep and saturate, or you can just drink multiple bags of it right through the day. So like I was telling you at the beginning, when my period started to just start coming back, it was rough, like at the beginning, and I was like, oh my God, am I gonna have to live like this? Like I would lay on the floor with my hands on my stomach, and I'm like, this sucks. Like why does this happen? So what I would do is I would drink like a high dose of nettle leaf, and it would literally help calm the severe bloating and cramping and just that inside out ucky feeling that's like right there. You guys know what I mean. And it would calm it down like very quickly. So you can at least do this as like a I'm in it kind of treatment. I don't know what to do. This will help and it will make you feel better. And then I would recommend drinking it daily for a good like month or so that you can really help your system to clear any kind of excess estrogen or hormones, right? And just balance hormones in general. We all need this, and so many of us are not paying attention to it and understanding that really how you eat is how you balance your hormones, because your hormones are created partly in your gut and hugely in your adrenal glands. And so if you don't know like what fuels your adrenal glands or how do you eat so you have a healthy gut, then you're like just automatically kind of setting yourself up for a harder time. And then we get into these situations where we're like, oh my God, my hair's falling out, or oh my God, you know, this thing is wrong that's linked to hormones. Well, everything's linked to everything, you guys. So you have to get that. So you don't want to wait until you have these like all these issues to just understand like you got to take control of the way that you eat and take care of yourselves, okay? But nettle leaf. And then, so this is the tincture. It's nettle leaf. Whoa, I've got 2 bright lights on me. So it's alcohol-free tincture. I'm pretty sure I have it linked on my Amazon page on my website, and I have a new Amazon store that I'm putting together, so I'll let you know when that's ready, because I have so many products that I recommend to people, so this will be for sure one of them. And it's so funny because it says helps support prostate health, but you know, whatever, that's linked to hormones for guys too, but it literally is amazing. So I've had clients take this daily when they were going off the pill and had such an easy time going off the pill, where they thought they would be like having all these hormone issues, right? Because I know like the pill can like really throw the system off, and I like never was on it except for like 1 month they put me on it when we were first starting like to explore fertility support, and that was the first thing they did, and it didn't do anything for me. And never took it. And I know a lot of girls that have taken it have a lot of health problems. But so this would be like your number one best friend. So Nettle leaf. So I still take this almost every day just because to me it feels like I want to and need to right now still. So it's not gonna hurt you by any means, but you could do both. You could take the tincture or the tea bags, okay? So that's gonna be a really good friend to yours. And then I wanna show you this, which was recommended to me by a friend. It's called Dr. Christopher's Original Formula, Female Reproductive Formula, Vegetarian Capsules. And it's herbs, right? So, can you see that nice man on the picture? I'll give you the link for this one too. But it has like red raspberry leaf, ginger, milk, or this is golden seal, but it's just herbs, right? So it's just gonna go in and support the body to balance hormones ahead of the game so that when you do get your cycle, it's not so severe, you don't have all these bad side effects, and you can, you know, do what you need to do, okay? So those are like the specialty things that I take along with this other one. And I also wanted to show you guys this for another reason right now, which is the fact that it's spring. And spring for a lot of people means like allergies, and you can hear my voice, like I caught a cold, Dalton caught a cold, Heath caught a cold, my mom, it's like, I don't know. I always thought I don't get sick, and then I did, so I'm like, okay, body, what's going on? Organic sulfur, 99.9% MSN. So if you have allergies, if you have colds, if you have respiratory things, this is my go-to best friend. And it looks like granules. You can get it in capsule form too, but the dose is a teaspoon a day. This is even safe for children. You just want to kind of go off their weight. So if they're like an older kid, they could probably do like a half a teaspoon. And if they're younger, they could do like a quarter or an eighth of a teaspoon. But I take extra of this right now, especially because I'm a runner. I go outside, I go on long walks, I'm breathing in these like plants, and my body's like adjusting to them. And if I sneeze and stuff, then I will take extra of this, and I'll do an allergy balm with this that is mixed with water. But then I add lavender oil, peppermint oil, and lemon oil, 2 drops each. And then you like just drink it fast. And it's like, whoa, clears the nasal passages right up. But back to the point of this video, why do I recommend sulfur? It's like, this is one thing that I've been taking for years now, since I started to learn about food and such. But it's a major liver cleanser. So again, we're talking about hormones, and we're talking about not having problems during your cycle. You need to have not only not crazy hormones, but you need to be flushing out the old hormones. And we get, you know, we get exposed to like all of this like estrogenic stuff from like plastics and water bottles and like our body products and all that stuff. So sulfur is very, very, very good for cleansing the liver, and it's very, very good for that reason, also for your skin. But I just wanted to show you this because I get a lot of questions about it. Okay, so now let's talk more about food. So when we're talking about food, you get the point now how I explained it, right? So we need to make sure that our gut health is on point. We need to make sure that everything is going smoothly, running quickly, and has an easy time in the gut, so that when you are on your period, you're doing the very, very best that you can with the foods that you choose to eat. So let's just say, we're not even talking about completely like how do I heal my gut and work on it, but what do I eat while I'm on my cycles and I'm understanding that my digestive energy capacity is low, like way, way lower than normal. Okay, so here's what I recommend. Especially if you're having like bad symptoms, drink lots of water, do the nettle leaf like I told you, and then I would seriously just do as much juicing or smoothies, or just do like fresh fruit, especially like pears and bananas and, oops, sorry, my phone rang. I would do things like bananas, I would do things like pears, I would do things like chia, and any kind of juice that you wanted to make, or any kind of smoothie. And this is why, right? Because the fruits and the vegetables are lightest energy, so they're least work. When you juice something, it's taking lots of the energy of the energy the digestive system needs out of the equation. It's just like free nutrients. Smoothies are partly mechanically broken down, so it's like more free nutrients without so much effort of the gut. And then like really easy too, but especially fruits like bananas and especially fruits like pears are very good for the easing of the energy of the gut and also for the soothing of it. So you can see like when there's not that much energetic capacity for work, that you would want to keep it simple. And pears are very good for cooling the nervous system, and you have so many innervations of nerves in your gut. So not only does it help with that, but it can help with like the moodiness and the anxiousness. So just think like calm and cooling foods. So again, it would be like bananas, pears, chia, cucumbers, green juices, simple things, simple. And maybe just keep it lighter, like the amount you eat. Don't eat a big, fat, heavy, greasy meal. You could cut out animal protein on your cycle if you're feeling sick, and decrease the fat, right? And so it's like all of these same concepts apply bigger picture and longer term when you want to take a break from whatever you're doing and be like, hey, I really get that the health of my gut, that the health of my digestive system impacts everything about me. It impacts everything about every other system of the body. It impacts how I feel on my cycle. It's impacting, am I getting my cycle? It's impacting everything linked to hormones, and it's linked to everything, or it's connected to everything that's linked to even cleansing, right? Because it's your elimination system. And just remember, like, how much you're absorbing or not is influencing your health. So you have to know how this works. So we could be here talking about like why you feel sick when you have your period, or like why you're getting headaches, or why you have aches and pains in your knee, and we still need to know, is your digestive system good? Is it healthy, quick, and fast? And so this really is a very, very, very important emphasis if you want to take care of your body and you want to take care of your health. And I don't think that many of us, I know like who has gone on a cleanse of any kind? Like who's gone on a cleanse, or who's done a sugar detox, or done the Whole30, or, I've done something for 1, 2, or 7 weeks. So many of us, right? Hold on, I have a message. But how many of you have taken the time to do like a solid month, like 4 weeks of focused gut healing work? Because your body will thank you so much for doing that. And it will help every single thing that you want to improve about your body and health to accelerate and get better. Because again, it's the hub, it's gonna be in control of the most energy, and you need to know that what you're choosing to eat is getting to where it needs to, it's doing the best things that it can, and that everything's working smoothly, right? So you just wanna take the pressure off. So I hope you understand that that is the main concept and the main point, and that there is a system to working with the gut with food, in terms of like, how do I allow it to speed up and catch up, and how do I let it get better and stronger, and how do I actually understand this so that I can apply these concepts with when I'm feeling like this, what does that mean? When I'm feeling like that, what does that mean? What is the link between my digestive energy and all these other things that might be going on in my body, right? Because it's all connected. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys about, because that's what I'm teaching in Trust Your Gut, which is my 4-week course that's available now. So this is another online course, but it's new from what I used to do with the food sensitivity testing. So, and I used to say, like, anybody could do a food sensitivity test just to, again, work on your gut energy and healing up the digestive system, which is really taking care of yourself. But especially if you're a person who feels the bloating all the time or doesn't have healthy elimination, if it's too fast or if it's too slow, or if your gut feels sluggish, or you do get stomach cramps, or you don't know what to eat anymore because food might scare you because it throws you off, or maybe you just like have other areas of the body and you want to know where to start, this is the course that you want to do, because it's like the foundational piece of healing is knowing this and knowing how foods work with this. So the way that it's going to work is, I'm so excited about it. I've actually written all these recipes and put them in an order so that the first 2 weeks of the program are specified for the fastest and quickest healing of the digestive system using real whole foods. So it's not like you need to go find all the probiotics and all the supplements. In fact, I don't have you do that at all. And I get asked this question a lot about like, well, what probiotics should I be taking? And my answer to you is, did you know, first answer is, did you know that every fruit and every vegetable is a prebiotic, and some of them are, or probiotic, and some are also prebiotics. So if you aren't focusing on the plants in your diet in a way that is meant to clear bad bacteria and to repopulate good bacteria, that's the very first place you need to start. Because again, you're influencing your gut by what you choose every single day. Like, what did you eat already today? Do you know what that does to your digestive system? Do you know how it's helping you or not? Or, you know what I mean? Like, because every single food does certain things. So, and I'm sorry, my voice is like so dying off. I'm trying to save it. But the first 2 weeks, I've put together the coolest recipes so that you like know exactly what to eat. And usually when I teach this stuff, I don't want you guys to get hung up on like, eat only this and then that. But there's like, there's options, but it's set up in the manner of ease of healing and ease of digestive system, and everything will taste really good too, because you guys see my pictures, like the foods are really good. It's just I pick the certain fruits and the certain vegetables to focus on, and I use them in repetition in the recipes. Why? Because food is medicine, and more of the same things is a higher dose of the medicine. And if you get and you know certain foods do these certain things in the body, and there are these foods that are the coolest and best ways to speed up the gut's health, then we focus on those foods and we take away all the ones that are a little bit harder. Even there's some foods that are really healing, but they cause problems because they're so strong. So you have to know how to navigate all of that too. So there's the new 2-week jumpstart with the food plan, and then you ease into a little bit more relaxed food plan. But it's 4 weeks long, and within that course, you're not only like just, oh, here's exactly what to eat for the first 2 weeks, but you're gonna get a complete understanding of this is how everything inside of you is working with food, from your mouth, down your throat, your stomach, and your, intestines, and how things are eliminated. And I go through like all the scenarios of, if this is happening, it means this. If you're having cramps, it means this. If you're having the bloating, it means this. If you have colitis, it means this. If it's diarrhea, it's this. If it's constipation, it's that. So it doesn't matter if you have one or the other or all or none, or you just really want to like take a reset and do it naturally, organically with real food. It still will work for you. So this is just the way that the body is and how it works with what foods we've been given in nature. And it's really cool. So there's there's 6 full lessons that I've already recorded, and homework, or like how to apply it. And then there's the 2-week food plan. And then I'm releasing all of the lessons like during the first, it's almost like dripped out every day. And then there's a private Facebook group for support. So when you're going through it, when you have questions about yourself or your own body, you can ask me questions in there. And then I'll do some live Q&As for the group. And so you'll be able to like make sure that you know what you're doing and how to understand it. So, and then we'll do another live training together at the end. So to help you know exactly what to do to keep going. So if you guys have questions about that, put them in the comments if you're on the replay or now. Excuse me. And it's $997, or there's a payment plan option as well, so it's really affordable, and it will do amazing things for your health. And it's such good information to know, literally, for like the rest of your life. If you ever need to come back and be like, something doesn't feel right, I need to do a reset, you would know what to do. And it's gonna be way better than like, oh, I'm gonna go, you know, spend $300 on a 3-day juice cleanse without like actually learning the information, then knowing how to apply it, right? So you can do it, it will be good, it will taste good. It's like, it's not super restrictive, so it's not like you have to do crazy elimination diets like I used to have my clients do. It's just so not necessary. It's really helpful just to know how the body works with food. So I'm gonna go because I can't talk anymore. Let me put this link in. And if my website looks weird, you guys, it's because I'm playing with like new templates to put like all my recipes across. I'm gonna make it look more like a food blogger website. Oh my gosh, speaking of websites, hey Kim, I was just thinking about you because I was like, man, I'm not good at this. Changing my layout or whatever it's called. Template, right? Okay, work with me. Nope, there. Trust your gut. I will put this in, and then I'm going to drink some water. Where'd it go? Hi. Okay, there it is. Okay, you guys, that's it. If you have questions and you watch later, just tag me. I'm around, okay? Have a great weekend. Bye.